This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the projected debt ceiling deadline for the United States has been extended to June the 5th. That's later than previously estimated. Yellen said in a letter to Congress on Friday that inaction on raising the borrowing limit would cause severe hardship. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and debt ceiling negotiators are hurrying to make a deal with the White House to raise the nation's debt limit. A federal default on the national debt could send the economy into chaos. Fulgence Kayishema, accused of ordering the killing of 2,000 Tutsis during Rwanda's 1994 genocide and on the run for 2 decades, appeared in a South African court on Friday, having been arrested 2 days earlier. Reuters David Doyle has more.
A former Rwandan police officer accused of ordering the killing of some 2,000 Tutsis during the 1994 genocide appeared briefly in a South African court on Friday. Fulgence Kayishema had been on the run for 2 decades. He was arrested on Wednesday under a false name on a grape farm in Paarl, around 40 miles from Cape Town. In 2001, the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda indicted Kayishema for genocide over his alleged role in the destruction of the Nyange Catholic Church in Kibuye Prefecture. An estimated 800,000 ethnic Tutsis and Hutu moderates were killed during Rwanda's genocide, orchestrated by an extremist Hutu regime.
That's Reuters David Doyle reporting. The Istanbul-based Joint Coordination Center reports that despite renewal of the Black Sea Grain Initiative on May 17th, exports of grain and food from Ukraine have slowed to their lowest level since they resumed last August under the Black Sea Initiative grain deal. This is VOA News. Somali diplomats said Friday that Russia has offered to help support Somalia's armed forces in its battle against the al-Shabaab terrorist group. The diplomats, who spoke anonymously, said Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov made the offer during talks with his Somali counterpart in Moscow. One of the diplomats said Russia was ready to provide the Somalian army with military supplies to strengthen the government's fight against al-Shabaab. The diplomats did not specify the kinds of military materials Russia is offering to Somalia. Oman has reported a prisoner swap between Belgium and Iran. More from VOA's Tommy McNeil.
The announcement Friday by Oman's foreign ministry has not identified the prisoners being swapped. However, Iran has been wanting Belgium to return a diplomat convicted of planning a bombing in France, while Belgium has been seeking the release of an aid worker held by Iran. Iranian state media did not immediately acknowledge Oman's comments. The Belgian Prime Minister's office declined to immediately comment when reached by the Associated Press. Iran has detained a number of foreigners and dual nationals over the years, accusing them of espionage. Critics have repeatedly accused Iran of using such prisoners as bargaining chips with the West. Tommy McNeil, VOA News, Washington.
Tech stocks led the way on Wall Street Friday. AP correspondent Norman Hall has more.
Technology stocks powered solid gains on Wall Street after another chip maker reported strong demand related to artificial intelligence. The upbeat finish to the week for major indexes comes amid lingering anxiety over persistently high inflation, the risk of a U.S. debt default, and broadly weak corporate earnings. The Dow rose 328 points, or 1%. The S&P rose 54 points, and the Nasdaq notched the biggest gains, rising 277 points. The index rose 2.5% for the week as artificial intelligence became a big focus for investors. Critics warn that it is a potential bubble, but supporters say it could be the latest revolution to reshape the global economy. I'm Norman Hall.
The Vatican says Pope Francis canceled his meetings Friday because he was running a fever. There are no details about how sick the Pope might be. The last time he spiked a serious fever, the 86-year-old pontiff was rushed to the hospital, where he was diagnosed with acute bronchitis and spent 4 days receiving intravenous antibiotics. And Memorial Day is about to begin in the United States. It's about mourning the United States fallen service members, but it's also come to anchor the unofficial start of the summer season. From Washington, I'm Marissa Melton, VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.